Sol. Hi, my name is Michaela and I love playing The Sims. I recently started a YouTube channel to share my gameplay here since I really enjoy doing what I do in The Sims. So in this video is part 2 of a build I made for my save file. And in the first video I also explain a little bit background of who I'm building it for. In case you didn't see the first part, I will add the link in the description, so you find it there in case you want to have a watch, where I explain a little bit more of the story of The Sims I'm making this house for, and of course also see the first part where I did the exterior of the house. We did a kitchen and dining room and entryway as well. I will already now apologize because I'm not very good at planning. I'm of course doing my voiceover quite late in the evening, and I am a total grandma. So I might be yawning sometimes because I am kind of tired, but I really wanted to get this video out for you in time. I was struggling a little bit with this build in the first part and I talk about it. I feel like this second part went a little bit with more flow. I was maybe a little bit more relaxed because I felt quite stressed when I started this build, even if I had a very clear plan, something I really wanted to do in the game. But I felt already that the living room here what we are making went a lot more smoother than maybe many of the other parts that I did in the first part of this build. So it goes a little bit smoother. I thought the end result also was really nice, and like you probably can see, I went crazy with the patterns, with the colors of this build, but I thought it was actually nice. I tried to clutter it up as well very much, because the inspiration I took from different photos gave me the feeling that if you looked for bohemian colorful houses, they were cluttered with quite many different things, or could you of course be also that because there are so many patterns and colors that it feels so lively and so cluttered. But it went quite easy here in the second part because I was just crazily picking up things from the buy mode, things I maybe wouldn't have used in other builds or have probably not been using. The only room in this build that is a little bit more neutral is the atelier, which you can see now. It has white walls and really huge windows to get the natural light in. And yeah, there is more or less only one wall to put something on, so I try to clutter it up. I pick up some of these career reward objects from the catalog to fill it in. I had a little bit of boxes and this small shelf thing with some flowers. And I wanted to add a table in the middle of the room because that's always something good to have when you paint, because you can store your paints, some brushes or things that you might need while you're using the easel. So I put this here in the middle and I clutter it up with some boxes, and I think I used some stuff from the Dream Home Decorator which looked good, to make it feel like a little bit more lived in. I love that I can use this object from Laundry Day, which I think is cute, but it's really hard to make it work in your build. So I thought it was perfect for this because who knows, maybe they use it to paint I don't know, flowers or something. I will here work on the second half of the hallway that goes to the back porch. And I put here like the shelf for the table thing with boots and planters and things like this. And I was first thinking that Erin and Alice, because I made them like a little bit bohemian, I will say a little bit hippie-ish. Maybe they, wanted to grow their own vegetables in their garden. But then I remembered that Alice's dad, who moved in here, he's actually a sim who loves the outdoors. And I'm not sure who the planters were put in the Spencer Kim Lewis house for, because it could be Vivian, but then also I have given it thought, and it could actually be Dennis as well, because he is a sim who loves the outdoors. So this could be maybe his little corner of gardening equipment. I move on to the second story, where we have all the bedrooms. We also have all the bathrooms. I didn't add a bathroom in the downstairs area. I didn't really feel like it fit in. You could absolutely fit one in there, because for example, the hallway is quite big, so you could fit in a bathroom downstairs if you wanted to. I just decided not to do it. And yeah, the master bedroom, which we are working on here, is quite small. But I got the feeling, or my thoughts on Alice and Erin are that they are maybe not these people who want this big luxurious master bedroom. They just want a bedroom where they can do what you need to do in the bedroom: sleep, maybe dress, store your clothes. And I also thought this was, or they would probably value more having access to a private bathroom or bathroom en suite from their master bedroom, instead of having to go down the hall or maybe share a hall bathroom with the rest of the family. So that's how I thought of this. From the master bedroom, you will also have access to one of the balconies, and this balcony is quite big, and I also made it I made it for more than 2 sims. So you can see how here, when I start doing the balcony, I got some really cute ideas again from Pinterest. And you can see I put 2 of these 3-seater sofas outside, and I add also some lounge chairs, or armchairs, I think they are called, here. So there fits a lot of sims outside. And I was thinking that maybe Erin and Alice are not so that they need 2 and 2 time on the balcony. This could be maybe something they do where they sit as a family. You have this coffee table with the fireplace, fire thingy. So even if it would be a little bit chilly, you might sit here and just enjoy the company of the family. And like I said, I feel like Erin and Alice are quite family-oriented sims, even if they don't have the family-oriented trait in the game. We move on to the master bedroom, or master bathroom, not bedroom, bathroom here. The bathrooms in this build are quite small. They are all the same size. It's a 3x2 tile bathroom, and there are 3 of them. They look all exactly the same when you see the layout. The only things I actually change in the bathrooms are the tiles, a little bit of the decorations, and like the rest of the house, I cramped it with a lot of things. So it could be that I do some small changes after play testing it, because it is very small. I tried to place the hand soap and the toothbrushes on the sink, but I can't get them to go on the correct level, so I had the idea of putting some shelves, which I skipped quite soon after because I couldn't make it work, or I probably, knowing myself, didn't have enough patience to do so. I don't like filming the bathrooms because the angles are quite hard, especially when it's such a small bathroom. So I think this is the only one I really show you. I think I filmed also a second one where I show you just how I changed the tiles and the coloring a little bit in there. We are moving on to one of the kids' rooms. So this will be the room for the boys. So Erin has 2 boys and she has also 2 girls. And Alice has a daughter, which you probably know, Olivia. So at the moment in my game, the boys are a toddler and a baby. But I was thinking this is, and if it happens in my game that these 2 decide to move in together, it would be in the future. So I was imagining that the boys are children. So I made this room suitable for kids. And actually I quite liked how this bedroom turned out. I feel like I'm not very good with kids' rooms, but since the walls were plain walls, I decided I will add these decals here by the beds, and I did like a different one for the top bed and the lower bed. And because of such limited space, bunk beds seemed like a good option. I managed to squeeze in a wardrobe here for them by moving the bed a little bit more into the wall, and so they can actually get dressed. I wanted to add 2 of these normal sized desks, but it felt very cramped, so I decided to go with these single tile desks. I was not thinking of the color orange when I started making this room, but because of the bed covers, I thought blue and orange actually was kind of a cool combination. So that's why we have the orange desks here. I put 2 school bags here side by side and decided to delete one since I put this clutter from parenthood here on the floor, where there is like an open bag laying on the floor, and just doing the final touches for this kids' room with some wall art. Also we add the carpets here. I think I go with this one from Jungle Adventure, a really nice colorful one. We move into this little reading nook. I actually added this small nook here with this window from Laundry Day, and it's purely because I wanted to add one of these really cute reading nooks, which I saw in quite many of the houses or the inspirational pictures I looked up. And it's just a reading nook. I put this little bookshelf here, some wall art. I also add a desk here because I thought you can never have too many desks, and you could maybe, if you wanted, add a family computer here. I decided to leave it empty for now. And a little bit more plants again, and I use also this decoration light, I don't know what to call it, some plants on as well. And here you see I just copied the first bathroom I made here, and I just changed the tiles and a little bit changed the decoration, changed the colors, maybe a little bit of the decoration and the furniture. So no, not very many or very big changes, but a little bit. I wanted to find something to put here on the wall. There is a window a little bit higher up, but I thought the wall looked a little bit empty. So I go through quite many options here what I should add to the wall, because I thought this the wall plants I have in the master bathroom were really nice, but I don't want to have it in every bathroom because that will just look like everything was copied from each other. In this bathroom I actually ended up using these wallflowers or these wall plants, and I think it worked quite nice, and we had just a simple little rug here as well. I decorate this hallway. It's kind of an awkward hallway. It's quite tiny, and it has quite many doors. So I had a little bit of a hard time here, but I ended up using just a painting. This side table, I think I put in a floor plant as well, and yeah, this colorful rug. I wanted to add on the other side like a sofa or an armchair, but I thought there was not enough space to do so. It looked a little bit silly, so I left it like this. Then I clearly forgot that I needed to have a door here to get into Dennis's bedroom, so I started putting up a shelf here and doing like a decorational small corner until I realized that we need to have a door here, and I remove it. And we move into Dennis's room, which is clearly the biggest bedroom here, but I thought it was maybe good because he's the grandpa. He could maybe at some point get a little bit overwhelmed with all the kids at the same time, so I wanted him to have the big room where he had a little bit of his own space. I haven't played a lot with Dennis Kim, so I'm not really sure what kind of sim he is. So I made him a quite neutral bedroom. It still has some things that are like a little bit bohemian. I would imagine that Alice has given her dad a little bit more more space to decide what he wants here, but I wanted to keep the wall colors still quite colorful. I know it's one of the maybe more calm, more neutral colors in the house, but I thought it would work also quite nicely for Dennis. I add him at this shelf with the TV, radio, books, because that would keep him maybe entertained if he was here by himself. He has the dressers, wardrobe, he has the mirrors, he has some plants. So it became quite a nice and a very big space for him, since he is staying in this room alone. But I see him as a quite traditional man. Yeah, I don't have that many other things to actually say about this room. It's very, very calm, calm in comparison with many of the other rooms. But I thought it was kind of nice, and I thought it would fit as well as Kim or Dennis Kim. It reminds quite a lot of the room I gave him in the Dennis. Kim Spencer Kim Lewis house. Here I'm completely rambling now. We move into one of the other kids' rooms. So this would be the bedroom of Erin's twin girls. So Erin has two twin girls. If I'm not completely lost, I believe they are called Camilla and Juliana. And they are twins. They are quite different in the behavior, in mind, but I would think that maybe their mother had a little bit more of a say in this bedroom that they actually did. Camilla is a mean Simma, if I am not completely wrong. She is mean, spirited, and she likes the color blue, whereas Juliana is a creative sim, I think. Creative, or maybe a knowledge seeking sim, something like this. And she likes pink. So I gave them a quite traditional kid girl or child girl rooms with pinks, purples, and so on. I also realized that I forgot to change the swatch for one of the curtains, um, which I didn't actually notice before I was actually filming this voiceover. So I'm just trying to see if we can change some of the swatches, what color of a wardrobe we should make for them. I decided to go again with this Dream Home Decorator one. I love them because they are quite versatile, and the cubbies or the cubes, I don't know what to call them, I think they're quite cute and quite usable actually in kids' rooms, because you can put so many things in there. If you had toys, you could add those there. But in this case, I was imagining maybe these twin girls actually had their birthday and they are teens now, so I didn't add any toys here in this room, but I made it a little bit more, maybe more boring, a little bit more teen room, or so. I wasn't sure what to do really with the rugs, because this room had like a little bit of this strange shape, but I ended up using this rug here by the beds, and I think I put one of the flower shaped rugs here by the wardrobe. I don't know if I really like it, but I left it like that. I guess it works more or less. We move into the last bedroom here. This would be the bedroom of Olivia Lewis. Maybe she's called Olivia Kim Lewis. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure about the last names. And I was imagining she is a teen, of course, as well in this house. And I was imagining she was maybe a little bit older than the twin girls. That's why she has her own bedroom. Also, I would imagine that Alice would probably require or want Olivia to have her own bedroom, because they are quite wealthy in the household they come from. So I would believe that Alice is still used to some kind of quality in the things, and maybe a little bit spoiled in that way, and wants that Olivia has her own bedroom, whereas Erin maybe is more relaxed and don't mind her kids sharing bedrooms, because that's what they have also done in their house where they live with their dad, or where they lived when Erin and her husband were married. I actually decided using these same curtains that I did in the master bedroom. I thought they suited quite well. That also gave me the possibility to put the windows to the balcony on the same height as in the other room facing the front of the house. And I didn't like really the way it looked, but in the end I think it's okay, it's fine how it turned out. I love having big windows in my builds. I really only use small windows when I have to, so it was a little bit strange. I also like things to be symmetrical or equal, so the fact that the windows are higher than the door bother me a little bit, but that's fine. I think the house looked fine anyway. So Olivia has access to the other balcony from her bedroom, and this one I actually kept for less, or made so that less Sims could be here at a time. So at the bubble blower, I thought that maybe if Olivia is in the end of her teen years, teen days. I don't know how to call it, maybe, since we're talking about The Sims. Um, but I added the bubble blower, a sofa here, and a small table. You could absolutely add some drinks, maybe even a bar if you wanted to. I kept the decorations on this balcony more simple than the other one, so I had just these. I don't know if you can call them decals or if you should call them wall decorations, and the lights, which I think are quite funky. Here go in and start changing a little bit the roof. You will see that I did a little bit of a change when I took the screenshots, and it's because when I was taking the screenshots, I thought the house looked silly from the angle I was taking the picture. It didn't look as silly when you do it here in build mode, but when I took the screenshot, I didn't really like it, so I will change the roof slightly um in the screenshot, so you will see it there. So adding the glass roof for the atelier because it is a little bit bigger than the rest of the house or that part. And here I actually will go into doing the garden and landscaping. To be honest, I was not very into the fact of doing landscaping. And I didn't really feel like these Sims were really that outdoorsy. And the house is on a huge lot, so you could have made the house a lot bigger. But I think it's fine as it is. I don't think the Sims who live here are actually in need of having a bigger house. I think they are quite happy with smaller house and that they are staying closer by with the family. And especially if it would be like that the kids don't stay here unless during the weekends, um, space wouldn't really be a problem for them. Just giving the front porch a little bit of a decoration, not that much. I added an extra seating area, some plants, and also a chess table because I think that's quite useful to have. Changing the foundations, then I think I realize here that the back porch is completely undone and is still in the old style. So just change that up a little bit. And here I go in with landscaping. And like I said, I didn't really feel like doing it. So I tried to do the edges a little bit more rough, maybe not so fine tuned. I add this tree here in the corner. I know it's not lined up with the other trees on the side, but I thought it looked still quite okay, and it makes the space on the lot look a little bit more small. So I did this really huge backyard for them, fenced in backyard, and it's gonna get a little bit smaller. I add these planters here because, like I said, maybe Dennis is doing the gardening here. Could be that Erin and Alice want to grow their own vegetables for their food. So I thought planters should be added. I also personally love gardening in The Sims. It's super fun. Could be that I am absolutely horrible at it. Ab- Again, can't speak anymore because it's past my bedtime. I'm absolutely horrible at gardening myself in real life. So could be that I love because of this gardening in The Sims. As you can see here, I made the fenced in backyard a little bit smaller. Added some activities for the kids. Here I had a grill. I do like this color for the outside table. I thought one table is enough for them. Here in the backyard, I think if you add more of them, it would look like a park. I did like a basketball hoop. I thought that could be fun maybe. And then I felt like this family would be absolutely one that uses this to maybe roast some marshmallows and have like story times in the summer evenings. And yeah, adding a little fence here because it's always good to have a way to go outside. I added some of these like bushes, flower combinations. I don't know if I'm happy with them, but I guess they're fine for now. You will not really see them in the screenshot since the the lot is placed in a save file where there is spring. But I mean, this was quite easy to do. I did more or less the same plants, flower, and the same color scheme in all parts. So I did a few of these here in the backyard. I did one here outside, and then I did a couple in the front of the house as well. If there's something I feel like I need to get better at in The Sims, I think that's probably landscaping. I'm not really. I don't feel like I'm that good at it, and I always feel it's either too much or too little. I really try to fill in the space around this fenced in backyard with trees so it looked like it was maybe not um their backyard. Doing the final touches here of the backyard, and then we're moving into the front of the house to do some of these flower beds, they're called. Changing up a little bit how we put the mailbox, and I add a trash can as well here to just finish the build off. We are coming to the end of the video, so I want to here say I'm really sorry. I am honestly so tired. Grandma here who needs to go to bed as soon as possible to have energy to live tomorrow. I want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments if you prefer the build videos, maybe if you want to see some more gameplay, or what, so I know what kind of content to do next. I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a really wonderful day.